Oh
Oh, might
man.
not. Oh yeah. Oh, cool.
All right, all right. We are officially live in about 5 seconds. It's sending data to YouTube currently. There we go. We're live. People, welcome back for episode 30 of the Primetime with Taff and Phil podcast. The New York Knicks lost to the Pacers last night, and I'm very upset. Um, yeah, very many things have happened. Before we dive into that, it's going to be a whole lot of yapping about the conference finals and both sides today. But before we get into that, let's just dive straight into our small victories. But wait, before we do that, full point, how you feeling?
I'm just, you know what? I feel great, man. I feel awesome. I feel spectacular in a way. I just do. I just love seeing a good old heaping helping of what I'm gonna call the best player right now in the playoffs. What the Halliburton?
It's painful. You do like, ugh. I'm gonna get into it in a little bit, but yeah, man. Like, how are they this good? The Pacers are like the best team in basketball right now.
What
It's ridiculous. Like,
the hell is it?
but my small victory of the week, man.
Do you got one?
I do, I do, and it's that been having a whole lot of new friends over at the house, new homies, movies getting new characters in it. So people,
Movie.
I
I see.
indeed I moved to Philly about 5.5 months ago, and for the first like 3-4 months, I was like, man, why am I not making any friends? If you're watching this and you feel lonely, keep being yourself, and your people will find you.
Yeah, I'll just play devil's advocate. I don't think you should be yourself at all. I think you should make yourself a completely fake person and not be yourself at all, and then you'll eventually find.
That is true.
Right, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You could just be
No,
totally,
don't, no,
totally
don't do
fake it
that.
all the
That's
time.
true.
Yeah, listen to Philip White. Just be totally
Yeah,
fake.
I'm gonna be
Totally.
the like. I feel like we're two people on. We could be two people in like someone's head or on their shoulders. You'd be the angel and I'd be the devil, and we just live in this person's head rent free. Like that's what we do.
Mm,
We would have a show. We would have a show. It'd be just it'd be like we're just it's like that bit where there's an angel and a devil on the shoulders, but you actually see them live as like roommates in this
mm,
person's brain,
mm.
and be just like a 10 episodes. I don't know.
And it would be
Think
called
now
Prime Time with Taff and Phil.
yeah, yeah, exactly. It's the name of the human. The human is just the name of the channel. That's
Mm,
exactly how that would go.
mm.
Oh my gosh.
I like it. Now, Phil, I feel like I have a feeling what your small victory is. What's your small victory?
I don't know, man. Well, I got to spend the weekend with the boys. I was out in the homestead with the boys. That's a big victory for me.
Oh, the
I had a
homestead.
yeah, I was out at the homestead spending it with the boys. That was pretty overall entertaining. And then I gotta be honest, I kind of like watching the Knicks lose a little, man. I mean, it's so interesting because like I be at home and like I love my mother. I love my mother. I love her a lot. But she's always like, "Oh, New York needs this," and I'm like,
They do.
"Yeah," but it's so fun there needs to be there's sports is a lot of things. One thing that people don't talk about enough is that it's comedy. It's funny sometimes because one team's suffering is 29 teams rejoice.
Yeah,
Like,
but
God, that's not me. God, I'm not struggling right now. I don't gotta watch any more struggles. I gotta wait till the off season for that. I don't need to struggle yet. We're good.
but the Knicks, man, like it's not like you're talking like the Knicks or the Chiefs. Like when the Chiefs got smoked in the Super Bowl, it was 31 teams joy and one team suffering. With the Knicks, man, the Knicks, I guess you could say the same about the Pacers. Like, I don't think that I think the majority of fans are going to be rooting for whoever wins the Eastern Conference Finals, which whatever it looks like, we'll get into that. But like, you know, the Knicks are the people's champion. I would argue more so than the Pacers.
Sure, but that's for people in New York. I feel.
I think it's for the people across the world, man. You know how many
Across the
Philadelphians?
world.
You know how many Philadelphians are rooting for the Knicks,
Doesn't
man?
count.
So
That
many
doesn't count. It's too
Philadelphians are rooting for
close.
the
Too
Knicks.
close to New York,
I don't
man.
think
Too
I've.
close to New York. Go to like anywhere else, man. I feel like it's too funny to watch because and the other thing that's funny is because I saw tweets when Indiana beat Cleveland and then New York beat Boston or was like up 3-1. And there were tweets where it's like, yup, Knicks are a lock. Knicks are going to the NBA Finals. It's huge. A lot of people had that as the shoe-in. And also, watching all the New York celebration videos when they beat Boston, like, dude, act like you've been there a little bit. Like, can you act like you've been there a little
years.
bit?
It's been 25
That's
years,
not
man.
25 years, and the way you act is like you reverted 25 years. Like, you act like you've lost 25 years. Like, if you're 32, you all start acting like you're 7 years old again. No.
That's what sports are about. That's
Keep
another
your
part of
age.
what sports are about.
There was so much, the level that the toxic New York fandom, I think, caused this loss. I think it's what happened.
No. I think what caused
100%.
this loss is
Karma. It's karma, dude.
No, Halliburton sold his soul. He made a deal with the devil to make that shot go in at the end of game one. The momentum would have been so totally different if that shot didn't bounce like twice the height of the backboard and in at the end of regulation at the end of game one. No, the momentum would have been so different.
Oh, but it isn't though now, is it? Oh, that's tough. Look, man, that was Jim Irsay. First of all, that was Jim Irsay. He had passed, rest in peace, to a hardcore owner. His ghost pushed the ball in, and it just give it a little tap, and it went right in.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe it was the ghost.
You could have won in overtime. Like, it's not like you couldn't have won in overtime.
Yeah,
game didn't end there.
But like that, like after that happened, it was like everything. It felt like we were just kind of crushed, man. And,
game two, though. And you had game two to bounce back. You didn't do that either.
Exactly. It's because of that shot. When a shot like that goes in, it's like you know, I feel like if that happened to the Knicks and the roles were reversed, I know if like let's say I'm a Pacers fan or if that happened to the Knicks, the way I feel as a fan, it's like, oh, we're fucking winning this series. Like that is just like, you know, a stroke of God on that shot. Like that's ridiculous.
That was planned. I don't know if that is planned.
And like honestly, you gotta tip your hat to Tyrese Halliburton too. Like I mean, the Pacers are the best team in the world right now. I mean,
oh yeah,
like their whole thing before they started playing this well was we're just gonna play so fast, we're gonna run you out of the gym and tire you out. And then when you pair that with how well they're shooting, like they're unbeatable when they're shooting this well. Nearly unbeatable. Like because they play so fast, they get so many fast break points. They prevent the fast break because they cherry pick like a motherfucker. Pardon my French. Like, and then
language.
Yeah. Like sometimes you just gotta use colorful language to present how you're feeling. Cause God, we're down 3-1.
Yes, sir.
Like,
yes, sir.
No, that's such a lame.
What the Halliante?
What the Halliburton is a moment in time meme, and it's still way better than yes sirs. Like that's so stupid. Sirs. Nobody calls the Pacers the sirs, dude. Like,
well, they will now.
I don't think they will, man.
Dude,
they tried to make it a thing. Nobody's saying it. Nobody's calling them the sirs, bro.
I'm saying it. They got me on it, man. I'm a hater. I usually hate things. I love this.
Oh my god. Yeah, because you hate the Knicks. That's why you love this. Like,
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, like speaking of how well the Pacers have been shooting, it's ridiculous. Like last night, you had, like it's been running across the ticker, Tyrese Halliburton had a historic performance. 32 points, 12 boards, 15 assists, 0 turnovers, and then on top of that, 69% true shooting percentage. That is insane. Like, you especially with like, I mean, even if his team wasn't performing as well as they were, it's like this whole series ever since after game one. Game one was the closest game of this series.
Mhm.
I mean, it's hard to have a closer, better game than game one, but it's like either Spicy P or Tyrese Halliburton, what the Halliburton, are gonna go off and be like they turned the sliders up in 2K. Like it's crazy. Like honestly, I think with last night's game, like it Tyrese Halliburton's performance was more of a marvel and didn't annoy me as much as Pascal Siakam's amazing performance from game 4, which we ended up winning. But like or sorry, no, game 3. Um like dude, I mean, Pascal Siakam's performance was just annoying because like we were playing defense well, and it was like every time just post fade away, swish, like oh god. But yeah, it's like every time one of the two. And also in game 2, Aaron Neesmith, like
He did in game 1, man. He was balling towards the end in 5 minutes.
like
Yeah.
Aaron Neesmith just became prime clay. Like he was going crazy. But yeah, oh my
Incredible
God.
stuff.
Painful.
Amazing.
Painful.
Awesome. Awesome.
Horrendous. Atrocious. Tragic.
Incredible. Fantastic.
Grotesque.
Euphoric.
Grotesque. Sick.
Gorgeous. Actually, I was watching the game last night, and I was just because I was watching with Harry, and I know he's probably pulling for like a tight series or the Knicks to win, and I was just commenting the game, and I think I was like, "Oh, watch this! Pass out to Spicy P, 3-corner, wet." I was just trolling all of them. Yeah, it's. I thought it's been. Oh my gosh, and I wanted to talk about this yesterday because I had a feeling Indiana was going to win this game because I was talking about it with one of my friends Santi as well the other day, and it just the start of this series. Even the start of the series from so far all the way starting at game 1 to game 4, I think it speaks to it's better to have in the NBA, which is a team that plays fast. A team that can play fast will almost always be able to outpace a team that plays slow because it's easier to speed the game up than it is to slow the game down. And Indiana's made it very clear this whole series that it's like impossible for New York to play slow, and they have to play at their speed. And like honestly, if it wasn't for Cat in game 3, this team is done.
Yeah.
The Knicks are swept.
Yeah.
So
Cat's performance in game 3 had me so fired up. Honestly, he had me believing like, oh, it's anybody's series again, man. And I guess the optimist in me is like, yeah, man, we're gonna win 3 straight. But yeah, without Cat's performance in game 3, his 20-point fourth quarter, we're cooked.
Yeah, and I don't know. I got a feeling, and if I had to, I'll give you my prediction right now for game 5. I think Indiana goes in and ends it there. I think they get the gentleman's sweep. I just don't buy that. I mean, listen, at a certain point, there's only so much you can do as New York. Like, if I've watched the Knicks, they've had like a good playoff run, but they've had like if you wanted to really make the series close and try to go into game 6 and win, you'd have to dominate in game 5. And I just don't think they do that. I just think they lose. But even if they win, I think it'll be again a close game, and I think Indiana would just win game 6. But I think they end it.
I mean,
tomorrow.
I want to believe that the Knicks will. I want to believe that a player with as much heart as Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart. I want to believe that their hearts are still in this, but I feel like at this point in the series, they just think that. I don't know if they believe they can win this, man. I don't after as hard as they're playing. The Pacers have just been shooting so damn well this whole time, and it is just a marvel, man. It's insane.
It has been, dude. Dude, I was reading the comments. Dude, Jay said needed the Phil broadcast. That lady, the mic with the mic kept picking up was atrocious. I don't remember what lady picked up the mic
last night.
Huh?
What lady with the mic?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know, Jay. What lady? Because I missed that. Because for me, the game, the place I was watching the game at, which name I will not say, wasn't working for like most of the second half, and I was like, no, that's. But it was, I gotta say, man, and then I'll say this. So the other thing that's interesting is that let's say, we don't know, the Knicks might come back and win 3 straight games, but I'm gonna assume they wouldn't. I remember last week, or 2 weeks ago rather, Gabe was on talking about a potential Kevin Durant trade. Now, I see your thumbs down, mister. But the interesting thing about that is that in the short term, it makes sense. In the long term, I think it's a terrible idea, and I don't think you do it. And I don't think, if the Knicks were to make it, it'd be an awful move. But I think logically, just based on what it is on the court, Kevin Durant makes sense. Because I was seeing, I think it was The Herd or something was talking about a Kevin Durant trade. And I was like, yeah, the statistics on the court make sense. The problem is generally when Cat or Brunson is going off, the other one is traditionally not. Or they're just when they're on the court together. If the one's going to be scoring, the other has to essentially be off the court. If you slot KD in, swap out for, say, a Cat, you can get scoring from both of them while they're on the court. The problem is, KD is 37 years old, and he has never been good with handling criticism, which he will get the most of in New York.
Oh, yeah.
It's a bad fit.
Horrible.
I don't understand. It's a bad fit now. Maybe 5-6 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, could have been made way more sense. Now, it's never going to work. Because KD couldn't handle the Brooklyn media. And Brooklyn media is no one cares about the Nets. Respectfully. No one really cares about the Nets. And yet, he couldn't handle that. Now you're going to say he's going to go to New York and handle that criticism of the media at 37 when he doesn't really care at all? No.
Hell no. New York Knicks fans generally don't like Kevin Durant. Even if he was a good fit and wasn't a prima donna, I don't want him on the team. He is a ball-dominant player who's over the hill. Sure, he plays good defense because he's so damn lanky. But who are we trading him for? He's got an awful contract. We're not getting rid of Mikal Bridges. We sure as hell aren't getting rid of Cat. No. I think, this is a good segue into what I think the Knicks should do. Let's say theoretically, the series isn't over yet. But let's say the Knicks lose this series. Where do you go from here? One thing I'm thinking about that I am unsure of, I don't really know how I feel about it because it all depends who you bring in as a replacement. But do you fire Tibbs? Because I was talking about this with Dennis last night, and do you I think, as much as I want to see Tibbs get to a finals finally, because he's coached good teams and then just ends up crashing, running out of gas at times like these, at this point in the playoffs, second or third round. And I think it's a dated style of basketball, man. It's been apparent throughout this series, Mm-hmm. And I'm just wondering, do you fire Tibbs?
I don't know. I think the correct answer is yes, but that's the issue. If you don't bring in a guy that you think can replace him or do better, then you don't do it. And a lot of teams won't. This is what happens. Usually, the best time, what's that old saying where it's the best time to start something is yesterday, the next best time is right now, or something like that. Usually that's how it happens with coaches, it happens with players. Most of the time, the best time to move off was probably a year or so ago. I know that's probably going to happen. I don't think they fire Tibbs. I don't think they bring in a guy. I think they're just going to end up meeting with the same fate probably next year and then firing him. That's my guess, because I think the other thing is you're going to look at... The thing is also, by the way, the East is super weak. It's going to get weaker. Giannis is probably going to get traded to the West. Bucks are terrible. Detroit's on the... think about the teams in the East. There's 5 that maybe are good. Cleveland, good, but seems fraudulent every year. Boston, great roster, Tatum's going to be out for the first half of the season, if not longer. New York, Indiana, Detroit maybe could be something. After that, Milwaukee is going to be Giannis-less. Giannis, yeah, then they're going to be even worse. Then the other teams made the playoffs. What? Orlando, I think, still is a couple years away, and I don't even know if they'd ever get there. And then, like, the Heat.
I think Orlando can pop out next year. The Heat are going to be a non-factor unless they trade for Giannis.
They need better shooters, man. They're just not a consistently great shooting team. They're a good team defensively, but they can't score with the other teams. There's like 5 teams in the East that maybe and that's squinting could really be good next year, because I don't think Detroit's going to be ready for a finals run next year. There's like 4.
You don't think who's going to be ready for a finals run next year?
Detroit. You think Detroit can make a finals run next year? No.
Maybe. I mean, they're a really young team. They've been getting better every year for years. I mean, I wouldn't count on it, but
they're going to not, like, they have a very clear ceiling. I think maybe they can win a playoff series next year, but they have a longer way to go than that. The reality is the East is super weak. And if you take one, like, this would be the time, and especially now, because I thought maybe Cooper Flag would go to an Eastern Conference team, didn't, and now is also on the map, so the West just gets more stacked. Makes it harder for them to win chips. If you're any team in the East, you're trying to capitalize on the success now, because the East is trash. And if you keep Thibs for another year, let's say you keep Thibs for next year, which I think will happen, and you don't make it any further. Like, if you get knocked down round 2, or even again losing the Eastern Conference Finals, then it's like, all right, this is the same thing, expecting different results. And the other thing about New York is, where are you going to get better on that team? What piece do you ship now that you could trade for another piece that will improve what that team is right now? I just don't see, like, there are weaknesses, but I just don't know how you improve that team in any way through draft or free agency.
Yeah, what I'm trying to gauge right now is this, because I don't think you necessarily need to make some drastic roster change. I think you can. I mean, we drafted Tyler Kolek, who hopefully, I mean, his ceiling is way higher than Campaign. I didn't hate Campaign's minutes, but, like, oh my god, whenever Campaign was on the floor, I didn't have much faith in him to do anything. And I think Tyler Kolek can replace Campaign in the rotation next year. He was already getting decent minutes in the regular season, Tyler Kolek. And he looked good in those minutes, man. He had a couple games where he would just pop off and get, like, over 10 assists. He would get a little double-double off the bench. And I don't mind just running it back next year with a couple role player changes. And also, I mean, I think as, somebody who wants to see continuity, I mean, I don't think that this series is a result of the Knicks' poor play or not being good enough. We just ran into an insanely hot team. Like, I mean, it's not as drastic. I mean, I don't say this as disrespect to the Pacers at all, but you could slightly compare it to when the Heat absolutely popped off as the 8 seed and made it all the way to the finals. The Pacers are way better than that Heat team, and they're going to deliver if they win this series. It's not over, but they're going to deliver a more entertaining finals than the Heat did when they ruined everything.
They ruined it all.
They ruined it all, man. The Knicks and the Celtics couldn't make it, and then they just lose in 5 to the Nuggets. Like, that.
Well, you said Giannis. That wasn't a failure. It wasn't a failure. It was steps to success. Steps to success, and now he's gonna not be in Milwaukee. Steps to success. Exactly. Steps to getting out of Milwaukee.
Yeah, I love that. I love that quote by Giannis, because he's right. He's right.
He's right, but they didn't get better next year.
That's true. They didn't get better, so it wasn't really a step. It was more of like a plateau.
Well, it's even like, like there's an escalator like that goes up, and then there's like those moving escalators at airports that just get you to your destination faster. His destination was getting on a plane and then being traded to like Houston.
There are some Knicks fans talking about bringing in Giannis, which I don't really want.
Makes no sense.
Yeah.
What would you give up? You have to give up at least Cat, I would think.
Mikal Bridges. Mikal
No.
Bridges for Giannis, straight up.
That's awful. That's gross. If that trade went through, oh my god, I'd be on even more hate watch for the Knicks than I already am.
Why? You don't like Giannis?
You getting Giannis for Mikal Bridges? That's absurd. That'd be a scam. That would look into like inside trading. Like then next thing you know, like Milwaukee is the #1 pick. It'd be a grand conspiracy. That would prove that the NBA is staged.
That is true.
1,000,000,000,000%. I was talking about Jay earlier. Well, hold on. Before we continue, Jay was asking earlier about apparently there was this loud ass Pacers fan who was during the broadcast that you could hear actively on the broadcast. There was something else too. I think it was. I saw a clip of Cat hitting free throws, and I think you could hear somebody in the background just meowing like a cat, and he bricked it. It was just they got him, dude. Funny. They got to the Cat.
Oh, another thing I want to say. People talk about Knicks fans like, oh, they're so problematic. Oh, me, moo, moo, ma, moo, me. Bro.
Through trash, dude. Actively was throwing trash at people and try to jump people, like pushing people off the street.
Through trash, guess what? A Pacers fan stabbed 2 Knicks fans. 2 of them! Yeah. After game 2! After they won! No wonder I don't know any Pacers fans, because they're freaking lame. Like, oh, Knicks fans are so bad. Knicks fans are so
Okay, let me explain something.
Bro,
let me explain something. That's one crazy, insane Indiana fan. There was a gang of, I'm not kidding, 50 to 60 New Yorkers following one guy in a Pacers jersey. That's insane to me. That is insane. Both are insane. But, like, I'm saying, dude, 50 to 60 people, one guy in a Pacers jersey, and you're just gonna follow him around the streets of New York, hurling your empty Starbucks cups at him, like, dude, no.
It's enough. Not as bad as stabbing.
I'm not saying it's not, but the 60 people, 60! You got nothing better to do? You just beat the Celtics, and you, like, don't want to go to a bar to celebrate. Now let's just stalk this guy and throw his trash at him. Also, those Knicks and that Pacer fan were 100% plastered and drunk, being idiots. These were all. This is a mob of people.
Yeah, and I mean, but here's another thing. I mean, 60 New Yorkers. Was this an Indiana fan or a Celtics fan?
This is an Indiana fan after y'all won the Celtics game. Before the series even started. That's the bad karma I'm referring to. That's what happened. But that's where it was. That's where it started.
Also, probably about, like 500,000 people live in Indianapolis, and then you have about, like, I don't know, however many people live in New York City.
500,000 people. That's
a wild guess.
Indianapolis is not a small city,
one
though.
Indiana fan stabbing somebody, 50 to 60 New Yorkers throw trash or whatever. Really? That I feel like when you look at the ratio of the fan base, it's about the same. Because nobody likes Indiana, man.
That gives you the right to just hop trash at them before the series even starts?
It doesn't make it okay, but I'm talking about the ratio of people in the fan base to the deed.
Okay, cool. More people are salty, man. That's hilarious. That's hysterical. You got a whole city drenched in salt. Just amazing.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
And rightfully so, man. This is tragic.
You know what? Those who forget their history are doomed to repeat it.
We haven't forgotten our history, though.
Yeah, okay, you just got reminded then, just 25 years later. Just got reminded.
Whatever, man, we'll be back.
Also, by the way, the disrespect for Indiana is still running through. Like, it's still there. It's there in Vegas betting odds. There are 4 teams, there are 4 series going on that are all 3-1 series, and they're like, oh, who's most likely to come back? I think Timberwolves are at plus 1,800. In the NHL, it's the Stars who are like plus +650, and then it's the Carolina Hurricanes who are +750, and the Knicks are still at +400. See that? See that? That's still so much disrespect.
It's because Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart have heart.
They're going to take so much money from New Yorkers who are going to bet that they're going to come back from down 3-1. They're going to take all that money. It's going to be gone by Game 5.
I don't know, man. Let's go Knicks. I honestly, like, the way I'm looking at it, I mean, if Vegas is really feeling that, man, shit.
If Vegas is feeling it, it means they want your money. They're going to place it at something that seems like, dang, that's kind of, that looks good. I think they can do that. And then money's all gone.
Or they actually do it, and they're putting the odds that low because they're scared if they made the odds any higher that they would win. That the house would get destroyed.
It's not gonna happen, bro.
I mean, yeah, like, I mean, the way I'm looking at it,
reasonable enough for people to bet.
I don't even think the Knicks believe they can win this series at this point. I mean, last night's game was just kind of demoralizing. Like, it was, like, we didn't play a bad game by any means. The Pacers just moved the ball so damn quick. They play so damn fast. And then they're shooting as well as they are, not turning the ball over. I mean, you saw the Tyrese stats. 32 points, 12 rebounds, 15 assists, no turnovers, 69%
yes,
it's, like, ridiculous. So, like, I don't think even the Knicks believe they can win this series. Like, they played their heart out. It's not even like the Knicks are playing bad. It's just like they turned the 2K sliders up for the Pacers. It's crazy. But yeah, I mean, if Vegas thinks so, you know, that's one of the many little tiny glimmers of hope that I'm holding on to.
Tiny right. Well, you know what? There's always next year.
There's always tomorrow night at 8:00. Let's go!
Speaking of 8:00 tonight, the Oklahoma City Thunder are going to beat the Minnesota Timberwolves and go to the NBA Finals.
Probably. I mean, going into OKC down 3-1 it's not a circumstance I would love if I were a Timberwolves fan.
Yeah, it's not good. And I'd also say, you know what? I need to say this. I was thinking about this earlier, like an hour before we started recording. Can we stop with the? I think we talked about Dr. G too. I'm so sick of this. Anthony Edwards is not Michael Jordan. Okay, stop it. No. Stop it with the MJ. Listen, I watch Michael Jordan, but I don't need to watch Michael Jordan to know that Ant's clearly just not him. And I get it, and I think people ruin sports that way. With weird comparisons. I get it. We're all trying to find out who's the best. But then you're like, I hate the commentary of like, this guy is the next blank. It's wasting of time. If you wanted, like, oh man, this guy's the next Larry Bird. You want Larry Bird? Go on YouTube, Google Larry Bird highlights, and sit there and with your hands in your pants and watch it for 30 minutes. Go ahead and watch Larry Bird. I don't want the next Larry Bird. We already had Larry Bird. That's the point. I don't want the same thing again. I can get a guy similar, but the next Larry Bird who? Larry Bird happened. It happened. We saw Larry. There was Magic. There was MJ. There was AI. There's been LeBron. We've seen it. Can we get something different? We don't need the exact same guy. Like, you really want another... What if LeBron just took like do you want LeBron to take like a serum, turn him back to when he's 20 years old, and just get another 20 years of LeBron again?
Yeah, I don't think people would like that very much.
Let me bring back 20 years old LeBron, put him back on the couch, make him do his old career once again. Ridiculous.
Also, yeah, I think that speaks levels to a lot of different art today. I mean, dude. There was some movie I saw. They're bringing back, like, I don't know. I forget what the franchise was, but I was talking about this. I was like, why are we making another? Oh, it's another Jurassic Park movie. It's like, come on, guys. The first Jurassic Park wasn't even that good, and now we're on our 12th. Let's, you know...
Whoa, slow down. Not that good. You don't like the first Jurassic Park?
I mean, it's good, but, like, it's not 12 movies good. Like,
There's no way it's 12. It's like, I think, 6, right?
six. It's not 6 movies, good. It's, I guess in the same breath to your in the same note as your, if we restarted LeBron's career, it wouldn't be that fun. Like, yeah, I mean, you can
Like
make
8.
a great movie. You can make a great movie. I don't think we need 6 of them. You know?
But where would we get our dinosaur content? Who else is gonna make a dinosaur movie?
You can make plenty of dinosaur movies and probably make a new story that doesn't revolve around an amusement park. Like,
But it's not. It's a dinosaur park.
isn't it like a dinosaur amusement park with like roller coasters and shit? Pardon my French. So sorry.
I don't think. I think it's like more like a safari. Like it's a dinosaur safari. That's what I thought. That's what I remember from the movie. I don't remember there being roller coasters. I think you're getting confused with real life, and that there's like Jurassic Park themed roller like that's a park and it has a roller coaster in it, and it's based off the movie.
Yeah,
That's
right.
my guess.
Yeah, you might be right. I think you are right.
In '93, man, if they were building a roller coaster for Jurassic Park, I would be shocked. I would be very impressed. We could get, we need new. I just want. What do I want? I mean, then there's also like that's not the other one too. Like there's all these remakes too. Yeah, Jay, too many remakes, not enough originality. They're like redid Lilo and Stitch in 3D.
That's what I saw. That was the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make a new.
And people don't even like it. Like I think they think the movie's fine, but they don't like. They like remove one of the main villain from the movie. They made a guy who's supposed to be like a good guy. I don't want to like get into like spoilers or anything. Like I'm probably not going to see it. I wasn't even a big Lilo and Stitch guy the first time. But it's like, why don't we just make? Maybe you know what? Maybe we need to take a break. Maybe we take 1 year hiatus, no movies, then everyone comes back to the table with fresh ideas.
I like that idea.
Everyone just no movies for a year, and I think we'll be fine. There's so much stuff that's out there anyway that you could probably make it like if movie theaters can just re-release old movies. Like, oh hey, this is like the 9-year anniversary of this movie. Come watch it in theaters, and then they could make money off that while the actors and writers are all working on new movies.
Exactly.
And like original ideas.
Exactly. But yeah, my thing is like, before these crazy remakes came out, nobody was like, talking with their friends about like what movie would be awesome to be able to go watch. Nobody's saying, "Oh, you know what I really want? A live action Lion King. I want a live action Lilo and Stitch." No, man. Like, come on. You know what movie I watched last night? I watched Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind with Jim Carrey. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Oh, so good. Had me tearing up a handful of times.
What is? Let me look. I've probably seen clips of it, but I don't think I've ever actually seen the movie.
It was probably influenced by a bunch of other movies that I've never seen, but it came out in like 2004, 2005, and it definitely has influenced like a lot of my favorite movies. Like the way it's shot, the whole way that like it's one of those movies where like you don't have a full understanding of what's going on for a good chunk of it, and you just kind of feel it. Sort of like I would say it influenced like Everything Everywhere All at Once, or
here he goes again, folks. Every time with him, bro.
Yeah, guys, have you ever seen Everything Everywhere All at Once? Really good.
I'm gonna show you Everything Everywhere. I'm gonna give you an Everything Everywhere All at Once knuckle sandwich. This is about to happen.
Oh, you know what you could call that? An Everything Everywhere All at Punch. Oh, I'm gonna give you an Everything Everywhere All at Punch, dude.
It sounds like you're talking about. When I hear that, I think you're talking about like fruit punch, like the drink, like a fruit punch drink. Like that's what I think. I don't know because I don't know because now like I don't know you're talking about a sandwich. Like that was the whole point, like a knuckle sandwich, you know. But like man, it's like
that I think you're trying to get me to do cannibalism.
What?
Yeah, a knuckle sandwich, dude. I don't eat.
Are you the only? Are you implying that humans are the only animal that have knuckles?
I mean, I'm just gonna assume that they're human knuckles because, like,
Oh, well, that's very that's animalist, I'll say.
I mean,
I don't know. That's
we don't
something.
eat cow knuckles.
Something.
We don't eat cow knuckles. We don't eat pig knuckles. Like,
Yeah, we eat all parts of. No, we eat all parts of the pig. I'm like, we eat all of the pig. Hold on, I'm gonna look. I'm pig diagram food, dude. We eat all of the pig, dude. We eat the foot of the pig. We eat his shoulders, jowls, dude. Boston butt, loin, ham, dude. We
oh
eat
yeah, we eat
all
Boston
of the
butt.
pig.
That's nowhere near the knuckle.
Yeah, but we eat all of the pig. Is my point. We eat every part, no matter what. You seen like the pig head? We eat the pig head. Just there's pig head. It's eaten.
What is
Nothing's
edible
changed
on
about
a
it.
pig head? Like it's cartilage in the
The
ear.
head. The head part. I don't know.
There's parts of the head. It's not just like oh head meat. Like I'm feeling my head. Like bro, there's like no meat in your head. I mean maybe at like my temples.
Dude, look at that. Like, you see, you don't look at that. You're looking up. You know, there's
I
like
guess
you eat.
my head
They
will
eat
be
pig
different
head.
from a pig's head. I don't know much about the anatomy of a pig's head. What's
It's
in a pig's
me
head?
probably. I pig.
Pig.
There you go, dude. You know what else is the pigs? You got like bacon. You got ham. Like, dude, come on. There's a bunch of other, and those are the only main two I can think right now. But I know there's more food. Food we get from pigs. We get a
I
bunch
don't
of,
know.
dude. We get, dude, sausage. Come on, man. Sausage and
Sausage.
pork chop. Oh my gosh, we're always eating the pig. We're eating the whole pig.
Sausage is peculiar to me, man. I made homemade turkey sausage one time, but like sausage, like when it's store bought, I don't really understand it.
Yeah, dude. See, Jay even says it. He literally says pig's knuckles. Come on, man,
We
pig's
do
knuckles.
eat
We eat
pig's knuckles. I'm aware of. I'm
Yeah,
familiar with pig feet.
German pork knuckle. It's a popular dish in Germany. It's Oktoberfest. Come on.
Schweinshax.
Schweinshax. It's Schweinshax.
A popular
sounds like
dish in Germany,
Schweins-
especially during
Shacks.
Oktoberfest.
We should eat pig's knuckles. In fact, you should eat pig's knuckles.
That would be a fun YouTube video. Just
Yeah.
making
Taff eats
pig's
pig
knuckles
knuckles.
official review.
Ooh, Eisbein. Jay's got a specialty in Berlin, similar to
Eisbein.
raw. There was sauerkraut and that actually sounds delicious. I'm not a huge sauerkraut guy, but I could eat all the rest of that.
I remember Trey made us this dish one time, that because he's like part German. I'm trying to remember it. It's like a pork dish. Jay, do you remember like? Can you like? Do you have like German heritage?
I thought you were about to ask him if he was there.
Oh,
like
yeah,
you were
Jay,
like,
you
hey,
remember
Jay,
when
do you
Trey made us that?
remember when you were over with me and Charlie? We've never met Jay, dude.
It's like some German like pork dish or something. It's like a holiday thing, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. But oh yeah, I want to get back to the movie discussion because man, I don't know, I just
Yeah,
and also
doing
like,
a
originality.
live action How I Met Your Dragon, or how we trained your dragon, or yeah, that one's coming out too.
I feel that was actually, now that you mention it, I saw an ad for the live action Lion King, the live action Lilo and Stitch. No, the one that had me kind of yapping the other night, an ad for it came on during the Knicks game, and I was talking to the people, and I was like, dude, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, I don't want to be a doomer, but like, nobody's asking for a live action How to Train Your Dragon.
No,
Like,
I agree.
Like How to Train Your Dragon, like the original, good movie, memorable movie. But like, come on. Like nobody's hankering for a remake, what, 12, 13 years later?
Yeah, I mean, like, there should be a timestamp for how long you should have to wait before you should decide to remake something. Because I feel like if you're gonna remake or remaster a movie, it's gotta stand a lot of tests of time. The How to Train Your Dragon came out in like 2010, 2011. It's only been like 15 years. It's not an old movie. Like, if it was like, I wanted to go back to like a movie from like the 70s and make it today, that I feel like passes the timestamp.
Mm,
That would make more sense.
Yeah. Also,
It's
like,
just
there's no metric for how good something is because it's all subjective. But like, come on.
yeah, it kind of is.
Yeah, something can be pretty universally considered bad. I mean, How to Train Your Dragon. I watched it. I didn't love it. I know people didn't really like that movie. I think it's all right. But yeah, another thing,
That was
just
fun.
like talking about originality with movies in mind. Obviously, creating something original and quality, no easy feat. But like, for example, we're making all of these remakes and they're so lazy. Last night, Eternal, the like one of the main plot points of Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is you can like basically just like the main thing that makes the movie is there's this new science that comes out. There's this doctor's office and they can erase memories from like a certain portion of your life, not time, but like people, a bad experience, like a car crash or whatever. And they just sort of dive into like the existence of that. Like two people get their memories of each other erased.
Okay.
And the movie
Wait,
just
so they
goes
get rid
on.
of the bad memories of themselves?
Well, the I guess the memories of each other entirely.
Oh,
Um,
so they just are. They have no memories of. So wait, but they have memories of everything else.
yeah,
Huh.
and it dives into that, and it's just like, you know, like the beginning of the writing process of that movie. Obviously, still have to write the whole dang movie after coming up with the idea. But
No
I'm
way,
just
really?
yeah, well, yeah. It may come as a shock.
What?
Yeah, but like the conversation that probably started from that movie was just somebody saying, "Man, what if there was like a science to erase your memories?" And then they just followed that idea. And enough people, I feel like too many people today just aren't following those little ideas they have and appreciating the real things. I feel like social media may even have something to do with this. Like people think that everything needs to be so big and grand that there are little ideas that something big could grow into. Like they're little ideas that could grow into something big. They don't believe that they can because I don't know. Everything we see now is already so polished and all this stuff, and people just need to follow their little ideas rather than expecting it all to fall into place at once. And I think that's why we get these lazy remakes. People just need to be patient, man.
I think we get lazy remakes because it's just people I think are comfortable with something that is familiar. Like the other thing too about a lot of the other things too is that those things are super what was the movie? There's a movie I was watching like a short little video about Scarlett Johansson and she paid like a bunch of money to do Black Widow when she was going to be in the movie. And then she paid like next to none. She was like paid like a normal like average. I think it was like what was it? I don't remember the number, but it wasn't a lot. Like it was not nearly as much as she did for Black Widow. For this movie called Asteroid City, I've never seen it. It's like by Wes Anderson, who's like a very well respected director.
Mm-hmm.
Like because it's like he knows exactly what he needs. Like the other thing too is then they showed what the filming was. It was like very minimalist set work stuff, and I think that applies to like a lot of things, movies and television and video games. Like you don't need to have this big AAA game or this big like blockbuster movie to make something that's worth existing.
Yeah.
It's like yeah, and there's a lot like if you look at like a bunch of like the small little games on like Steam, there's like a bunch of small projects out there that are super good. Let me think. There's like I think The Outer Wilds is a game I've been meaning to play. It's like $15.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun little like
It's
it's
like
just a fun game,
it's like
man.
an
It's a good
exploration
little
game,
game.
right? Is it by the same people that made Fallout New Vegas?
It was I think it was well, who made Fall no, I don't think so.
It was
Oh.
Obsidian and Bethesda. I remember
Yeah, hell
those
no.
games
It was
came out
them.
around the same time. These two games came out around the same time. It was The Outer Wilds and The Outer Worlds.
No, I think this is different. This is just Outer Wilds. It's by Mobius Digital, so like it's definitely not Bethesda.
Yeah.
But it's no, there's just a bunch of really fun games, and like I feel like a lot of the stuff that gets big is like yeah, Jay just said it's like a cash grab. It's all meant to get quick money and be It's to get quick money, make it really recognizable, stuff that's really good with like brands. Because the other thing you have to understand, I guess, about movies and games and all this stuff is it's not for a lot of things that are big. It's not the only thing they're selling. Like for a movie, for example, like when what was it when the Minecraft movie came out? They released. I don't know if I talked about this. They released a bucket. They made a bucket that was a pickaxe.
A bucket that was a pickaxe?
Yeah, so it would have like the Minecraft pickaxe. The handle would be like here, and then the bottom is like the arch, I guess, of the pickaxe. And inside you would have your popcorn.
Oh.
But it sucks. Its functionality is terrible.
Wait, so it can't sit, can it?
So like the pickaxe kind of goes through. There's like a little like the log will go like through, and at the bottom there's like a little. I have it literally downstairs. I'll go grab it.
All right, cool. For a second, I thought Philip White wasn't wearing any pants. Jay, let's say like the new Street Fighter remake might be cool. That's pretty cool. Did they have a movie of it? Was there already a Street Fighter movie? I didn't know they made one. Oh, yeah, that's such a shallow popcorn thing. And also you can steal popcorn crazily.
First of all, I had pants on. So I didn't go see the movie, but my friend did, and he bought the popcorn bucket, and it's just this. It's this little...
That's so shallow.
Here, I'll back up.
Like shallow in terms of like...
It's very shallow. Space. So in here...
It's like a little umbrella.
Like, and here is like where the popcorn would go. Yeah. But like, you would hold it like this, and you would eat your popcorn. You see the problem with this, though?
Yeah. What? They really could have...
fall out.
Yeah. I feel like... You know what they should have done instead of a pickaxe? I don't know how they didn't think of this. How about just make a Minecraft bucket, man?
Yeah. Coming in hot!
Like
water bucket, release!
Just make a Minecraft bucket. You could even make it like maybe square shaped or something.
Or like a Steve head or a zombie head or a creeper head and just put it in the bucket.
Or
but they made this thing. They made this thing. And by the way, I'm pretty sure this is like a super large bucket. This does not look like it holds a lot of popcorn. That's my hand.
That was the first thing I noticed about it.
Where my hand goes.
And like also, I feel like trying to walk with that, it would be like I'm like constantly. It's unwieldy. I can't just like hold the pickaxe like a pickaxe because my popcorn's gonna fall out, and I would be spilling popcorn every which way. Yeah, I don't really know what they were doing with that. Just make a Minecraft bucket. You don't need to overthink
it's bad. It. But my point is, this is like another thing where they sell that's like more than the movie. It's merchandise. This thing, I was like, you bought this, and he's like, how much was it? It was like $20 with popcorn. So I went and looked online on eBay, see how much this would resell for. This was a couple weeks after the movie, $120.
That's
$120 for a plastic pickaxe promotional item for the Minecraft movie.
Chicken jockey! Chicken jockey!
Flint and steel, water bucket. Like, dude, I can't.
That thing is so impractical. It's ridiculous.
Look at how much surface area. Like, by the way, this is what it has to balance on. This little spot right here.
That little thing. Yeah, that's
it. You gotta fill that whole thing with popcorn.
I feel like if I'm sitting in the movie theater with that, I'm spending just as much energy on making sure it doesn't fall and popcorn goes everywhere as I am paying attention to the movie.
It's just a mess. The whole thing is... I don't even know. I don't understand it.
It's redundant.
You could, but like that's the thing, is that just with movies, there's like other promotional material. Like when the Minecraft movie came out, 100% they were gonna make like Lego sets, they were gonna make backpacks, they were gonna make lunch boxes, they were gonna make bikes, they were gonna make like a bunch of stuff. It was gonna have the Minecraft movie plastered all over it, and like that's like I think a problem with some of the big cash grabs. It's not really about the movie at that point.
Yeah.
It's all about money, and it comes to all the other stuff too.
I was watching this interview with, I think, Matt Damon. It was either Matt Damon or Mark Wahlberg, and he sort of explained why movies are becoming more obviously cash grabs now, and it has to do with the DVD being phased out, because movie producers didn't have to worry about profit as much because, I mean, for one, theaters were bigger, and DVDs were much more popular than streaming service deals are, or profitable. I guess popular and profitable, they're interchangeable in that case, but profit was the main thing. So they didn't need to worry about making as much profit and having to play it so safe with the movie ideas. And with the DVD being phased out, and because they got like sort of a second release from people buying the DVD like 4 or 5, 6 months after the release, and so now rather than getting more experimental with their art, they just movie producers, at least right now, until something changes, are being kind of lame. Emoji movie, Minecraft movie. Ah!
Dude, I wonder if somebody loved the Emoji movie so much that they got the DVD version of it. Because the other thing I remember about DVDs is they have all like the extra features. Like they have all like they had all like the like bonus features and like extras and stuff. And I was like, oh man, like when I think of like I don't know, the Shrek 2 like selection screen, it would just be like all of the characters doing like the additional voice lines and just yelling at you to like, just pick something already. Like, I missed that.
Mm-hmm. I remember the Madagascar selection screen for DVDs. There was a full 10-minute short film that they just attached to it for the hell of it, and it was like the penguins doing something totally unrelated to the movie. It was like, man, we gotta get back to just making things to make them. That's human nature. Humans were meant to create and not consume. Get out there, create.
I'll be eating food. Hey, man, I'll be consuming my food, man.
That's true. We do have
and
to
my
consume
water.
Food. That's good for your brain, so you can create better and just enjoy your life. But yeah, we gotta get back to creating things for the hell of it, man. I feel like capitalism is at the part of this. Capitalism thinks we just need to produce, and not really just make things for the hell of it. We need to worry about whatever. That's not what this podcast is about. But make things.
I'm getting scared. I'm getting scared.
Rebel.
I'm scared. Get the bat, man. Oh my gosh.
We're at 57 minutes in.
What happened? Wait. You didn't have like a crazy. Normally the past couple episodes I've been used to some honestly really stupid question, but I did you not have one today?
I forgot to set one up today. Let me try and think of one. Honestly, I do typically spend 20 minutes thinking of 5, and then I pick the best one.
Oh my gosh, dude! Oh my gosh, could you? What, dude? Is a Pop-Tart a ravioli? What? Actually, hold on. Let me ask real quick. I gotta ask a question. Santi, you still there?
Yeah, Santi wants to do a little guest appearance so we can continue.
Is a Pop-Tart or ravioli? Alright, hold on, dude. Take your time. It's not me.
Yeah, Jay, like you just said, it got them the Penguin short, got them the Penguin Knicks show. Yeah, I'm sure that played a huge part in it. Just gotta get back to doing the extra shit, man. I don't know if you watched the Minecraft movie. I wasn't expecting to be moved to tears by it or anything. But man, that movie was so damn lazy. The Minecraft movie was so lazy. There were clearly so many things in it that didn't make sense. It actually was disheartening. Maybe I just care about art too much, but come on. You are on the world stage producing the Minecraft movie, and when it just comes across in your product that you don't care that much about your final product, it's disheartening, man.
I have my answer. I have Santi's answer.
What did Santi say about a Pop-Tart being a ravioli or not?
That it's not.
We might need to have Santi on eventually for
the best
conversation.
You can get is calzone. You're getting no further than that. You get to calzone, and that's what it is.
Jay, is a Pop-Tart a ravioli or calzone?
No, it's not. You can also, dude, if you had you're offered $17.6 billion. You have to eat an orange. You peel an orange and eat it. In fact, you don't even have to peel the orange. You get someone to do it for you. In fact, you don't even have to eat it. You don't have to be hungry. Do you take the deal?
Dude, I don't know. That's pretty risky. I don't have to eat it if I'm not hungry.
Yeah, you
Somebody
don't
can
have to
help me
peel it.
peel it if I can't peel it.
Yeah, and you're giving an orange peelie.
I'm
An
a
orange,
little nervous,
obviously.
but I'll take it. I'll take
Okay,
it.
for $17.6 billion. Dang, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, what a. That's okay.
Would you take
All
it?
right. Yeah,
Oh,
probably
okay.
take it.
Okay, cool.
Just saying, it
seems
seems
pretty risky.
wasn't expecting you to want to take it.
I mean, I'm a little nervous. I'm hesitantly taking it. Because what if there's orange? You know, they don't say anything
Is
about
what,
the orange.
evil?
Like, what if it's like really gross or something, or it like triggers the idea of like a snail. You know, the killer snail that's just constantly following you.
But it's not. I just laid out all of the things,
Yeah,
you know.
like what about the fine print, man?
But there's no fine print.
Oh,
I
okay.
just laid out all of the terms.
Oh, okay. Still seems pretty risky, but I'll take it.
It's not. Those are the terms. Those are the terms you were given. There are no more terms outside of that.
All right. Before we go, let's talk about the NBA Finals one more time.
Yeah.
I think Chris, I want to hear who you think your finals matchup will be, and who you think will win said matchup, and how many games.
OKC, Indiana in 7.
Indiana in 7. That's spicy, man.
Riding the hot train, baby. I'm riding the what the Halliburton. The reason why I think is because now again, Halliburton needs to be basically this is like a Halliburton similar to like Jimmy Butler's incredible run to the finals where he like is exhausted by the end.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Indiana is a little bit more built to where Halliburton doesn't feel like he has to Halliburton has to do a lot. They have other guys who could step up and score points and get assists and get boards. So he doesn't have to do everything. And I think OKC is going to walk into this thinking, I think everybody has played Indiana as if it's going to be a layup. And I think of anybody who will play OKC like that or Indiana like that, it's OKC. Because, dude,
they're arrogant.
I watched Chet and I watched Shea. Like, I saw the moment where he's like, look who I'm talking to. You know who I'm talking to? That's the MVP. And then Shea goes, ah! Like, remember when they had, like, the What's Up commercial? And, like, that was cool at the time. Like, doing stuff like that now is just not... Oh, it just looks so weird. It looks so weird on these youngsters, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
they're just, like, the OKC, man, they're just, like, they remind me of Gen Alpha. Like... I don't know. They seem like,
oh my gosh.
I don't think anybody should ever lose their swag and let the world consume them or anything. But like, they do. They like, I don't dislike OKC, but like you remember. I haven't said this about anybody in a long time. I think the last time I said this about somebody was when I was like a teenager. But like, you ever meet somebody that's like really arrogant and like. They leave and you say to somebody, man, that person really like needs a punch in the face.
Do you think Chet needs a little smack?
I think a lot of the youngsters on OKC, particularly Chet and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, just need to get their ego in check a little bit.
I think Indiana might give it. I think Indiana gives it to him. I think Tyrese has the series of his life.
I hope so. As upset as I am about the outcome of the Knicks
Pacers the team series, of destiny.
Like, yeah, I gotta root for the underdog. You know me. Pacers are the underdog going into that series, and honestly, yeah.
I was actually curious. I didn't know who you would want to root against because I feel like you would be hating on Indiana. Man. Like I don't know, but I know you hate OKC too, so it's tough.
They're all lame. They're
all. Everybody in the finals is lame. Everybody who wins
and it's
sucks.
all because if the Knicks aren't in the finals, folks, It's
New
the
York.
ratings are gonna be way down.
Yeah, I'm just saying New York should be there. I think they're a hardworking team. They do exactly what they need to do. They do a great job.
You know, I watch the
A
Knicks
great
and I
team.
say, "Oh, what a great team! They've
What a
never
great
screwed
team.
up. They've never been outplayed ever."
Josh Hart should be back to starting. I don't know what we're doing. Starting Mitchell Robinson at the 5 at the start of these games. It's not working. We need to go back to the basics. Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I have OKC in 6 if it's against the Pacers.
I did have that. I think the way Tyrese, I think I've been given new information.
What's
Tyrese
this information?
Halliburton is the best point guard right now on planet Earth.
Yeah.
So-
I would say the top. I mean, dude, honestly, one thing, like, I mean, Jalen Brunson has still been that guy, but, like, there have been moments in this Pacers series where it's like, bro, lock in. Like,
What do you have? I saw someone.
Tyrese Halliburton's slapping you around right now, Jalen Brunson. There are moments.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude.
He's still been, like, Jalen Brunson's still got his automatic post fadeaway, but there'll be times where he, just so confidently shoots a 3, and that misses everything.
Yeah, man. What's the matter, Jalen? I thought you were the clutch player of the year.
Yeah. Like, ugh. Gross.
We'll see if the series are wrapped up. I will say the series are definitely, I think, wrapped up before the weekend. I think
I hope
it's
not, but that's not what my heart is saying, but it's what my brain is saying. Oh, also, one thing that is in the works. No promises. Ex-New York Knicks. Ex-New York Knick Chris Copeland may be coming on the show.
No, Chris Copeland.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my. All right.
Nice little 4-man episode. Because, yeah, Gabe, I won't give details, but we have been doing some slight communication.
Oh my gosh. The net is working.
Mm-hmm. The net is working. Like, man, maybe, I mean, we still got nothing set in stone, but I feel like he gives the Knicks a little boost. He really shifts the energy. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't think the series are going to be wrapped up by this weekend. I think maybe OKC wins tonight, but the Pacers and the Knicks, different story. Courtesy of Chris Copeland.
Well, you know what? We'll see.
Indeed.
We're gonna have the X Factor. Isn't his nickname the X Factor? Or am I thinking of the wrong Copeland?
I think that's a different Copeland. I remember he was a little dog, man, on when he was on the Knicks. He also played on the Pacers. He says he's a neutral fan in this series.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude,
he's
maybe
a small
I'm crazy.
forward
I feel
slash
like
power forward. Kind of like a similar play style to Rasheed Wallace.
The X Factor? Why does Wikipedia say he was nicknamed the X Factor? What? I don't believe that. Come on, man. All right. Well, either way, I hope he does. I hope we can get him on.
Heck yeah.
The former.
Indeed.
Dude, indeed. What? Why are you not? What?
Dude, you better give
LinkedIn
me a trigger warning. Give me a trigger warning before you mention a job application, dude.
LinkedIn, dude.
Oh my god.
Dude, every time I hear Linkin Park, jump scare. Oh, I thought you said LinkedIn. Oh gosh, you scared me. Jeez, dude. Oh, well.
Whenever
I think you gotta get a good question on, man, so I can completely prove that, like, pop, because we all know Pop-Tart's a calzone.
That's true, dude. Whenever somebody has a glass door in their house, I just gotta leave.
A glass door.
Yeah. You ever replied on glass door? Or maybe.
Okay. What time is it? It is 6:38. 69 minutes. I love that. I love that end time.
That is a great end time. All right, people. Thank you for watching. We may be back tomorrow for Knicks pregame. That's what I'm thinking. With
I'm
maybe
down.
a special guest. It's up in the air. But
I'm down. Better have a question for me, man. So I could.
oh yeah.
Better have something about squirrels or something we. I don't know, dude. I don't know how you come up with these, but I don't know what you're doing when you're thinking of these, but
I'll spend
whatever.
some time brainstorming. I'm about to freaking eat some food. I'm a hungry hippo.
You go eat. I gotta go check on the cats. Make sure Santi isn't, robbing my house again.
Classic Santi.
Classic Santi. All right.
Adios, people of Earth. Remember, be kind, be yourself, and go Knicks!
Yes, sir.
Oh, I thought you were
Yes,
gonna. You muted for
sirs.
part of that. Your mic cut out for part of that. I thought it was
Yes,
gonna be just like, yes, sir.
Yes, sirs.
That's
Yes,
such a bad
sirs.
catchphrase. That's such a bad
What the
catchphrase.
What the Halliburton?
What the freaking freak? What the freaky
What?
ante? What the freaky berry?
What the Halle Berry? What the Halliburton? What the
Gross.
Halle?
Gross.
What the Halliante? What the helicopter?
And thank you all for watching. Thank you all for watching. Jay, thank you for congratulating us. I'll congratulate you. You're killing it. I hope everything's going well with your card shop. But
heck yeah.
we will return. We will see you tomorrow. With potentially a special guest, but still in the works. All right. Have a fantastic night, people.